everyone, welcome back to Acres of Clay. So oftentimes in the winter months we like to eat a lot of soup, and today, since it's kind of a snowy, cold day, I thought it would be a perfect day to make cheesy potato soup. It's actually one of the family's favorite soups that I make, and I'm going to bring you along to do this. I've already got all the vegetables cut up, so I have potatoes in here. In the potatoes, I cut them up and in just small pieces. I left the skins on and just diced those. Of course, I washed them first, and I used, I don't remember how many potatoes I used, probably 14, but I will put the recipe in the description below for anybody who is interested in making this and trying it for yourselves. But this recipe kind of stems off of a recipe, so I'm not going by the recipe. If you have watched any of my cooking videos, you're gonna know that I don't always follow a recipe exactly, so this kind of is from a recipe. But I definitely have increased its volume because I at least doubled the recipe, because we oftentimes like to have a little bit of leftovers for tomorrow, and so yeah, I always have to double it or triple it in order to do that. Alright, so then I have onions. And I only had 3 onions. They were small. I peeled them and then I diced them. And then I cut up some carrots, just a handful of carrots that have been washed and the ends were cut off of them. I did not peel these either. I just left the peels on, just scrubbed them up good. And we also have celery. Celery has been washed and the ends are trimmed, and then I just dice those in bite-sized pieces. You can do whatever size you want. Of course, you can leave anything out that your family doesn't like. Mackenzie's preference would be to leave the onions and celery out, but the rest of the family likes onions and celery, so she'll have to pick them out probably. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just cover this with water. I don't want an overabundance of liquid in here, even though it's okay. You just have to... Hi. Thanks for joining.
I heard my name.
You can fill this up with water as much as you want, but I like to have just enough to cover it. That way I don't have to drain a lot of it off when we go to make the cheesy part. So it's going to be cheesy ham and potato. You can use any kind of meat. We're using ham. Bacon, I've done bacon and that's good too. Cheesy ham, cheesy bacon and potato. That's really good.
Ew. How much would you give me if I eat this?
I would give you $2. $5?
Oh, not enough.
I know. There's never enough for her.
How much would you give me if I ate this?
I'd give you 25 cents. Anyway, so I'm going to get this going on the stove. This is going to have to cook for probably a half hour or so.
Long time.
Till all the veggies are soft and cooked.
Y'all, I'm almost done with school.
You're such a goof. Did anybody ever tell you that? I don't know where you get that from. I like celery.
I don't.
You don't like celery broth?
Celery broth.
Celery raw?
Y'all,
I thought you liked it with dip.
you say that every single time. Every single time I say no, I don't. Y'all, I have one subject left.
It's good for you.
And that's called math.
Your favorite subject.
Because
My faucet's really noisy, if you wondered. It's just the hot water.
her fault. But yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to get the pan on the stove. And then I'll bring you back when they're done cooked. Done and cooked. Oh, it's in your mouth. I can't. This is a really good piece. Some celery tastes better than the others. Hey, gonna be a serious video.
No, I'm in it. And I haven't been in many videos lately.
Nah. Don't forget to add salt and pepper.
Yeah. You get the sorry, I don't know. I'm the one that eats on camera. Do you guys know what? I am taller than her.
No, she's not. I'm slouching. I am. Look at this.
Stand up straight.
I am straight now.
I'm so tall. All that. Let's do this.
Oh, hi.
Okay.
You can see my whole head.
Back to back.
Ah, whatever. She has a big bun on her head. What are you doing?
No, it's not.
Whatever. I don't know how she got taller.
Yeah.
It ain't right.
Shorty. We'll all be taller than you. It's okay.
I've never been the shortest. Never. Not in school. Not in my family.
Where else have you gone?
I haven't gone anywhere, but whatever. But it's alright. It's about time I be short.
You know, I just look weird.
We all
Have you ever heard the one about Chubby and his family?
Have you? Yeah.
Hi, my name's
No.
Chubby.
No.
My mom's chubby. My dad's chubby. Even my dog's chubby.
Yeah.
One day, Daddy wanted to take me for a motorcycle.
I taught her that joke years ago.
When she tried
Okay.
to entertain.
Yeah, when I tried to entertain. You guys are gonna have to look it up online because she can't say a joke without laughing. No, we're not gonna finish this joke, okay, people? It's inappropriate.
Me for a motorcycle. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm gonna embarrass the living daylights out of me.
Yes.
You can't put that on, can you?
I could. I don't see a problem with it.
Don't be mean.
What?
Ready?
Why do you do this
Set,
to me?
go.
See? I can't. I can carry a 120-pound bucket. You're a bucket.
Alright, now you have to squeeze me.
Alright, folks, that's enough of the comedy show for today. I'm out of breath. I need to sit down. I need some tea. Okay, the potatoes and the veggies have all cooked down and they are completely soft and they're cooked. Now I'm going to add the ham. I don't know if I'll add all of this ham. There's like 2.5 pounds of ham here. This is just pre-cooked ham. Nothing special. Again, if you want to put bacon in it, if you don't eat pork, you can leave it out. You can put whatever you want in there. So now that I got the ham in there, that's just going to heat because the water's still hot from boiling. And now I'm going to get ready to make the cheesy saucy part, which I'm actually going to do it in a separate saucepan. So what you're going to want for the cheesy part is another saucepan, and then you're going to make like a roux. And again, I'll put all of the details in the description below. But you're going to, to make a roux, it's like 1 part butter to 1 part flour, equal parts. So I'll probably do like a 1/2 cup of butter and a 1/2 cup of flour. I'll melt the butter and get that going, and then I'll add the flour. Then I'll just stir that up until it's nice and thick, and then I'll slowly add some milk. I have frozen butter. Butter makes everything better. 1 stick, 1/2 cup. Even my butter dish says butter makes everything better. Okay, so I've got the roux cooked. Let's keep this over the heat. And now I'm gonna start adding my milk. So you wanna add the milk gradually, and that way it won't lump up on you. But keep the heat on. And I'm using this really heavy milk. It's got a lot of cream in it. Has better flavor. Start by first adding like maybe a cup. Keep stirring it though. Then once it's nice and smooth, you can add more milk. I'm gonna let this come up to heat and it's gonna thicken. Then I'm gonna add it to the veggies. The recipe is gonna call for a Velveeta style cheese or an American cheese, whatever that's called. But I'm not gonna be using that. I'm just using the good old fashioned cheddar. I'm actually gonna use a variety of cheeses. That makes it really good. And I'm gonna add that once I have this cream all mixed in with the soup. But the recipe says it a little different. I'm going to write the recipe down. Don't forget, you can check it out in the description. Did I tell you guys that I won second place on a soup contest with this recipe? Of course, I had my own twist to it, but it was this recipe. Alright, so this is good and thick. I know you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I think I'm where I'm at. Can you see this? This is good and thick. And I'm adding it right to the vegetables with the water. I did not drain the water out. Just gonna turn this heat back on. And get my wooden spoons, because I like wooden spoons. Give this a stir. Now we're gonna add the cheese. And again, I'm using the cheese that I have in the house, which is a cheddar cheese. And I may add a little bit of Colby cheese. But I have made it with the Velveeta, and it's still good like that. But not all my family likes Velveeta, so I'm using the non-Velveeta recipe. So it's gonna be chunky ham, potato, carrots, any kind of veggie that you like. I think peas would be really good in it, but not all my kids are crazy about peas in the soup, so I'm gonna leave them out. That's cheesy ham potato soup.